Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Maple Method. I'm so glad you're here today. You know, sometimes the smallest words in English can be the trickiest, and today we're going to explore one of those little gems that can actually confuse even advanced speakers. That word is quite. At first glance, it seems simple, right? Just 4 letters, easy to say, but trust me, its meaning can change depending on the situation, and that's exactly why it's so interesting. In this English drop, we'll take a close look at quite, see how it's used in real life, practice saying it, and even uncover a little secret that makes it easier to understand. So let's dive in and make this tiny word feel a lot more friendly. So, what does quite actually mean? Well, this is where it gets a little tricky, because quite doesn't always have one single meaning. Most of the time, it's used to emphasize something, but the strength of that emphasis can change depending on the words around it. For example, if I say, "This cake is quite good," it means the cake is pretty good, but not amazing. Now, if I say, "This cake is quite extraordinary," suddenly it feels very strong, almost like saying it's amazing. See? The same word can feel soft in one sentence and strong in another, just based on context. Next, let's take a moment to hear how quite is pronounced so we can say it naturally in our own sentences.
Now let's talk about how to pronounce quite. It's actually quite simple. You can say it like this, quite. It rhymes with kite. A little tip to remember it is to think of the word quiet without the extra E sound at the end. Let's try it together. Repeat after me. Quite. 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 Great! Don't worry if it doesn't feel perfect right away. The important thing is to feel comfortable and confident when you say it. Now that we can say it clearly, let's see quite in action with some real examples in sentences.
Let's look at some examples to see how quite is used in real life. First, the movie was quite interesting. Here, quite means pretty interesting, not mind-blowing, just engaging. Next, she is quite talented at painting. In this case, quite gives a stronger emphasis. She's really talented. And finally, I'm quite tired after that long walk. Here, quite softens the statement a little. It's like saying, I'm pretty tired, but not completely exhausted. See how the meaning shifts a little depending on the sentence? That's the magic of quite. Now, let's reveal a little golden tip that will help you understand it naturally in conversations. Here's a little secret that makes quite much easier to understand in real conversations. Pay attention to the word that comes after it. If it's a positive word, like amazing or extraordinary, quite usually strengthens it. But if it's a more neutral word, like good or interesting, it softens the statement. So instead of memorizing rules, just listen to how people use quite in context. You'll start to feel the difference naturally, and that's exactly how native speakers do it. Next, let's see quite in a short, real conversation to make it even more alive.
How was the concert last night?
It was quite amazing. The band sounded incredible.
Wow, sounds like I really missed out.
In this conversation, you can see how quite is used to emphasize just how amazing the concert was. It makes the statement feel natural and expressive, just like in real life. Now that we've seen it in action, let's wrap everything up in our final block. And that's a wrap on today's English Drop. We explored the little word quite, saw how its meaning can change depending on context, practiced the pronunciation, checked out examples, and even uncovered a golden tip to use it naturally. Now it's your turn. Try to notice quite when you're listening to English and practice using it in your own sentences. Remember, it's all about feeling comfortable and confident. If you enjoyed this mini lesson, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and follow along for more English drops. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep smiling, and see you soon!